Brosplay. So, I've discovered a new voice, which was inspired by fuck is that game called? Helldivers.
Okay.
So it goes like, it's like, yeah. This is like, it's really, it's like, fuck. Suddenly I'm just like lost for words.
Sounds like Groucho Marx.
Yeah. I don't think I know Groucho Marx. No, it's more like, it was like, welcome back to the show. And it's like Steve-O meets a car that's having a hard time starting up.
I was gonna say Steve-O meets Duncan Trussell.
Oh,
Kind of sounds like
interesting.
That.
It's very similar to the voice from Helldivers, where he's like, men and women all around the world are giving freedom a try.
My favorite voice is still from Ratchet and Clank Deadlocked. What do you think about that, Juanita?
Juanita.
This is shaping up to be a good match in the arena.
The story in that game.
Would you get out of the way from that one of these times?
The satire in that game actually finally came back. They basically didn't do satire after the first game until Deadlocked again.
I liked Deadlocked in a lot of ways because I felt like it was a departure from the other games. It felt like they were saying, we've had a lot of puzzling and battling through puzzles, but now we're just gonna go with actual arena combat.
I've kind of a complicated.
Well, don't you think it makes more sense to have done Ratchet and Clank Deadlock instead of just continuing to move further and further from the original formula, but calling it the same thing?
That's what I mean. So the first game, I think, is probably the greatest video game of all time. It's an opinion, obviously, but it does so many things so well. It does exploration well. It has really well balanced and interesting weapons that don't like go like override each other. They stay in their lane. And I love that in games. That's why I love Castlevania, or that's why I like Castlevania's design rather. It's also why I want to like Zelda games, but they just hold your hand too much, which is also why I like Breath of the Wild. But anyway,
notice that one guy didn't shoot you when you shot him, but the big dude has a
really
temper.
Interesting. So, fuck.
This is when it'd be nice to have some grenades. Oh.
There's no goddamn health down here. What the fuck? Well, this is where the game is starting to get a little fucking pissy with me, because it's starting to have these ridiculously long levels with no checkpoints.
The lack of checkpoints is a problem. It's like, definitely a problem.
Good checkpointing affects the entire tone of your game. Or bad checkpointing. Really, checkpointing.
Well, yeah, checkpointing in general. The idea of a checkpoint that is too frequent.
You hearing that?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Our PS2 is making sad sounds.
One moment, let me be gentle to it and see if that helps.
I don't know if you should lift it up, and it actually might be worse.
I was just gonna...
Oh, it's away. It's gone. It's gone. We're good. It's good. We're back.
Okay, yeah, we're back up.
I love Ratchet and Clank. 2 immediately changes. Like instead of it adds the standard strafe mechanic. Whereas like this game, you don't strafe. You move your character around, and the game was designed around that.
You're like a tank.
Fucking go?
Yeah, I don't understand what's going on here. Oh no. Oh, that worked.
Yeah, totally fucking worked. Except I lost 2 health now. I lost a quarter of my fucking chances. Whoa!
Oh, you're lucky you didn't lose more. Yeah, I don't like that there's no health options in pretty much this whole thing.
Yep, and now I fucking...
Because now, yeah, you're fucked, man.
Fuck it. Oh, that's not a pit. I thought that was a pit.
Yeah, and there's no real way to die unless you just kill one of them.
There we go.
Either they'll kill you or you kill them. Dude, what is this guy, invulnerable?
He's not taking damage. Oh, the shotgun doesn't do damage. Or does anything do damage? Oh, nothing does damage.
Punch them though?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can kick them.
No, that was them. That was the monsters doing that damage.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
I don't understand though. I feel like you've totally taken... You know what it might be? you might not be able to damage them during combat. Because you definitely damaged one earlier. Guaranteed. Because I remember him being at full health, then you hit him, and he shot you, but his health was lower than at that point. Yeah, so it probably just in combat they give you that grace, which is cool, but it lowers the skill cap. Which we were talking about in some other game.
Whoa!
At some point. Connections.
Skill caps are crazy. I'm gonna try to finish my Ratchet and Clank fucking story. Cause
You just really love Ratchet and Clank.
No,
right?
I just don't like not finishing statements. It's frustrating for the player and it's frustrating for me.
Okay.
Or the player, the viewer. Why are you guys looking at me? Fucking go! I'm your protector! Wow.
Just go all the way into the room.
This has never happened, though.
Yeah, every other time it's been fine.
Okay.
There we go. Is that really what's necessary?
It's because they're getting stuck on something.
Dude, I think that might have had something to do with the disc skipping.
Oh.
Just thinking.
Oh.
Either way, gotta press forward.
Well, yeah, you can't use the directional pad, though, to move in this game.
That was... took me a long time to get that one.
Yeah, pressing forward takes out the shotgun. All right, boys. For fuck's sakes. All right.
Dude, if he walked around the corner and shot you, I would have been so happy.
I would have been very impressed, actually.
Please get out of the way this time.
Okay, all right.
There you go.
All right, let me just like really quickly get out my fucking ideas. Okay, so the second Ratchet and Clank added a strafe option and a bunch of weapons that like just like land on each other's lanes, and just like why it was like 3 weapons that work for the same exact goddamn thing. Plus a strafe option, which means they wanted more combat heavy and not as much exploration. Number 3 is this weird bridge between Deadlocked and the second game where they didn't know what they wanted to do, and there's like some arena matches and there's some exploration. But there's usually only one way to go instead of the first game, which had a whole bunch of ways to go. And Deadlocked is finally them admitting that they just want to make an arena-style shooter. So I like Deadlocked because it's honest, whereas I don't like 2 and 3 that much because they try to do half of 2 things, and I don't agree.
Yeah, and I don't want to spend 8,000 years just flying around this one planet, smashing crystals and picking up bolts.
Oh, and that was a bullshit fucking level, which I actually liked when I was a kid because I just liked the desert.
Well, it's the same as the reason I love playing Elder Scrolls 4 so much, is you can just sink all this time into it. When you're a kid, you have all this time with nothing to do. Right. And so it's fun playing those games, or like games like World of Warcraft. But yeah, we're at the point now where we want an enjoyable gaming experience that's gonna fulfill us while we're playing it, and hopefully not last too long.
Which is, yeah.
You don't want a game to overstay its welcome.
A lot of YouTube guys have made videos about length and what's good about a lot of time, and why you would or wouldn't want your game to take a whole bunch of fucking time. You think I should like try to get close to these guys and do damage to all of them?
No, I think you should poke out and shoot that one. When it goes the other way.
That's just fucking annoying that they can do damage to me, but not...
Yeah, this is the way to do it.
Also, I really, really don't like the remake of Ratchet and Clank because they called it a reimagining and said, well, we're doing it the way that we wanted to do it. Except it's garbage. So it's like, so what you're telling me is that if you had... the money in 2002, you would have made a trash game. And that it's a good thing that you were so held back by your budget that you were forced to be a creative development team? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Because Ratchet and Clank is so creative and interesting and fun! And I love it. And I'm gonna die here and I'm gonna be really mad.
You should have stayed where you were.
I know what I should have done! I was here! Okay?
I saw it happening.
I'm playing video games that aren't working right. The sound isn't loading in. It's just music now.
Oh, God.
Something happened to the disc.
Yeah, something's clearly happened to the disc.
And we're halfway through the episode. All right, you know what? Okay.
The no sound thing is tough.
We're going to save, and we're going to load that game up. Load that game up. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
I think we have officially
Uh-oh.
disconnected from the disc. This reminds me of playing Battlefront 2, where you could take the disc out of the machine, but you could keep playing the same match you were on.
Oh boy. Jack2.exe has stopped working.
Yes, I think we should probably restart it.
Okay, we can probably quit. There we go. Restart mission. Let's try that again.
Let's see what that does.
It's probably gonna do the
See
same
if we
thing.
get sound back.
Yep.
Nope.
This is in no way a reflection of the developer.
Yeah. This
All
is
the other things that I said about
purely a disc issue.
things that I didn't like that they did as far as design decisions, those are entirely on them.
I don't know if this is gonna fix it. I think we will probably have to do a full restart of the system.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll be back.
Yeah, next time.
Hey, it's been 1 second. We turned off the PS2. It turned off. I know a lot of you weren't sure what happens when you press the power button on the PS2. It in fact turns off. So that's
It's actually a dirty lie because you reset it. You didn't turn it off at all.
right. No, that's true. That's true. That's not what happened. But
So
that is
actually,
what...
when you push the power button, it resets itself. You stupid
Oh, yeah, when
piece
you-
of shit. Do you not understand how this system works? It's been out since like 2001.
Is it been?
I don't know.
That long?
I have no clue when it came out. I really don't.
That's probably actually.
It's been around for like a bajillion years. They've sold like a bazillion copies of it.
I don't know if you know this, but like Harry Potter would totally beat Gandalf in a fight because Harry Potter books were written first.
Mostly because Gandalf has all these like rules and things, whereas Harry Potter just does whatever he wants.
And it's like I'm totally discounting the fact that the Lord of the Rings was written by a guy who went to a world war and was actually published long before J.K. Rowling was alive.
Lord of the Rings would be better if it was written in an old time era, you know, like not so recently. Don't you think? Don't you think?
I think they should do.
Don't you think?
They should do Lord of the Rings in modern times. Because everything needs modern times. That's how you make good content. I don't know
Everything
if
is
you
better
know.
when it's modernized.
Exactly.
Newer is always better.
But it's true, actually. The new Ratchet and Clank, significantly better than the first one.
Heads and tails above.
I can't believe the fucking change they made with those characters. How do you fuck that up? How do you think that two characters who are meant to be opposites should be the same character? And that you should adapt the fucking nerd to be both of the characters? What?
What do you mean?
So in Ratchet and Clank 2002 or 3, whatever, the first one, Clank gets fitted with the helipack, and he's talking to Al about like technical stuff. And he's like, "Ooh, the new do 3000," and then Ratchet's like, "Nerds." And then in the reimagining, the one guy, the Clank's like, "Oh, I read books or whatever," and then Ratchet's like, "Oh, I'm a fellow nerd myself."
What?
Yeah, it's a pretty fucking dramatic change. To have have the original character dislike nerds, and the other one is a proud nerd.
Well, and you know why that is.
Because they wanted to appeal to dumb nerds.
Well, no. That's not why. Maybe. But it's mostly because that is the culture. You can't have a character making fun of nerds. That's nerdist, I guess.
Well, nerdist is a thing.
What?
It's a group of people. Nerdist.
Well, okay, it's
Like a YouTube channel or something.
yeah, I appreciate that, but you know, you could also make a channel called racist. It wouldn't mean it would invalidate the word
You
racist.
could totally. I never thought about that. I wonder how long it would be.
Why did you do that? Oh.
I don't know. I just had this like crazy idea
Oh,
that maybe
smart.
I could flank them.
Boy, that was a good idea.
Thanks. I almost mowed down my teammates doing it. Boy.
Yeah, but that's all right.
I think that
You
was actually
mug some
supposed to
metalheads.
be there. I think that's actually how you're supposed to do it. I love this music so much, man. I wish I'm going to use it someday.
Just for something, for like at the start of your video or
I'm
the
just
end of your
I'm just
video.
gonna put it in the in the background of a mid show or something.
Speaking of Harry Potter, do you know how Voldemort dies in the end? Like, do you know how he's defeated?
I mean, I know of it.
All of his like,
his Horcruxes.
all of his Horcruxes are destroyed, and then he just kind of turns to ashes. Like, no one actually kills him. He just stops living. He just kind of dies. And I remember thinking, oh, you had to stand directly with them? Oh,
Yeah.
I guess so the cinematic would make sense?
Dude, do you see the guy's facial textures?
Whose?
The one guy's face turned into like light.
It's a trap, of course.
All right, boys, line up, line up, line up. Oh, come on.
Oh, that was sick.
Yeah, that was pretty effective.
Nice. Very
I actually
nice.
almost hurt those guys with the corpses.
Oh. Yeah, I was disappointed with that ending to Harry Potter because I felt like it was very anticlimactic. Like everything had been building up to this moment where Voldemort has to be killed, but he instead just like kind of defeats himself and then leaves. I had always imagined it culminating in Harry having to make the decision as to whether to kill Voldemort or to protect his morals.
Yeah, or like kill somebody that he loves, or like have. I would have loved it. Fucking Hermione should have been the main character. She was way cooler. she should have had to make the decision to kill Harry and Voldemort.
Yes,
Because
that
they
was
were connected,
that was
right?
the other way. So there's a scene in which Voldemort casts the death curse at Harry and kills only the portion of his own soul within Harry. Seems pretty fucking convenient. And then Dumbledore explains to Harry, it's a choice whether you want to die, even though it's not a fucking choice. Even though the only choice you can make in the wizarding world when you die is you can either come back as a ghost or you can just die. No one else just gets to choose to be a part of the living again.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, I agree. It should have been someone had to make the decision, you know, do we kill Harry in order to take out Voldemort or do we let him live?
Yeah, I think it was really dumb when Neville flew through the air with a sword. I was like, that's what Neville amounted to. He like actually seemed like he might have a point, and then it was like, yeah, he remembered to fly through the air with a fucking sword.
What do you mean? Like, what else were you expecting from him?
I thought he was gonna be cool.
Neville is pretty cool, dude.
Yeah, he is. Until he did that.
What's so not cool about killing a snake with a sword?
Because it's like
You find it
every
impractical?
single film ever where he saves someone from a thing by flying through the air in slow motion and saves them just in time.
Oh, okay. Well, yes.
Dude, the seventh
The way it was hammed up.
the seventh movie, which
That's
is
the
the
eighth.
first the seventh movie, which is the first half
Oh.
of the seventh book, is so good. Actually, and Goblet of Fire is a really good film too. Just on their own, even just not including
I
Harry
like the
Potter.
fifth.
I didn't like that.
No one ever remembers the fifth because it seems like nothing happens.
Yes.
But there's that one sick battle between Voldemort and Dumbledore that always gets me.
I know you like that, but I think it's bad. I think it's a really pointless fight. They kind of just like throw each other around for no reason.
But I think that's the whole point. They're trying to make, because the whole question is like, why doesn't someone just find Voldemort and just cast the death curse when he's not paying attention and just fuck him up?
Right.
Like that's the whole question. Like, why doesn't Voldemort just have a Death Eater fly in and kill Dumbledore? And the answer is because both of them are essentially like armies. You know, they're one-man armies.
Oh, you mean that no one's been able to kill Voldemort because he can just put him in a ball of water?
Well, what?
That's a part of that fight where he puts a guy in a sphere of water and just holds him there.
Well, Dumbledore puts Voldemort into a sphere of water.
But
Yeah.
whatever. They're both wizards. They probably both. You tell me Voldemort doesn't know how to do that? Fucking guy.
Wait, you don't know the ball of water trick?
Fucking
what
guy.
are you, basic?
Fucking guy put his head on the back of another guy's head.
Texture Poppins. Boy, we really should have wiped the disc off.
The disc is going off right now.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh my. It's popping like a pan that's come out of the oven. It's not good.
Right then.
You want to go back to an area of the map that was working to see if... Oh, God. Oh, we're completely beyond the bounds of the map. There's no walls anymore.
Oh, we're in the stadium.
Yeah, yeah. I don't even know if we can get out at this point.
I'm not even sure if this should be an episode.
Well, everything was going pretty
Hey.
well until...
Oh,
hey! All right. Let's try this again.
We're back!
Go around the corner and see...
Oh.
No. Wow.
That's disappointing.
Isn't that unusual? All right, I guess that's it. You can go around, buddy. It's all in the air.
Woo! Come and get me in the void!
Dude, see if they'll come out here.
They probably will.
I want to see it.
Fucking camera! God damn it, camera! Why would you think I want to look the direction I'm being pushed?
It's probably because it doesn't know where you are, so it's supposed to like center you in the map.
It does this all the time.
What did you just blow up on?
Exists now only in the void.
Oh man. Oh.
Come on.
Oh no.
Do I have a second copy of this?
Either way, thank you for joining us. If this is a real episode.
Yeah, I don't know.